The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
How will Aaron Glenn and Brian Duker best use David Bailey? What are the expectations for the Jets' number 2 pick in the draft? Robby Sabo will provide a detailed breakdown on how exactly the Jets defense will look with David Bailey. We'll talk about that and much more. Let's go Knicks, baby. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started.
We're sitting in here, we're excited as hell.
Now it's time to get to work. Are you a happy guy?
Oh my goodness, let's go!
I haven't felt joy talking about the Jets in a long time. When they announced it, I went, yeah! Let's go! A new chapter for the Jets has started. Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji are tasked with shaping the future of this franchise. Will they be the ones to finally get it right? We will be here for every step of the journey on the Jake Asman Show, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now.
Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. It is indeed the Jake Asman Show presented by PrizePicks. We will get into the New York Knicks destroying the Philadelphia 76ers in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals a little bit later in the show. But right now, we say hello to a good friend of the program. He is the co-founder of JetX, JetsXFactor.com, the co-host of the Underdog podcast with Jet legend Wayne Corbett. It's our friend, Robby Sabo, who joins us now in his weekly Tuesday spot. Robbie, how we feeling? The Jets have rookie mini camp over the weekend, and the Knicks are up 1-0 against the Philadelphia 76ers.
Dude, Knicks are on a heater. They know who they are. They just got to maintain that. Corbett, we got to get his thoughts on the draft. Haven't done that yet. Probably later today, if latest tomorrow. And yeah, Jets rookie minicamp. Can't wait to get there on Friday. I think it's Friday, Saturday, Thursday or Friday, Saturday. I think it's Friday, Saturday. So we'll get a up close look at the new guys.
Well, I want to also say this. So yesterday I had Joe Beningo on, and I appreciate you writing a story about Joe B basically saying if David Bailey is not one of the 5 best defensive players ever, it's going to be disappointing, man. He needs him to be Myles Garrett, Bruce Smith, Lawrence Taylor. I appreciate you covering that on your site.
Yeah, I love Joe. So, writing a fun thing like that is always good. And once I saw it, I said to myself, "Oh, this is beautiful." I could throw bro in the story a couple times. Bottom line, I get his sentiment. Listen, number 2 pick, rarefied air. You want greatness out of that. You expect it. I just think Bruce Smith and Myles Garrett and almost said Lawrence Taylor, didn't go as far. Is just the wrong target.
Yeah, we obviously have high hopes for David Bailey. Even if you wanted the Jets to draft Darvell Reese, there's no denying that what David Bailey does really well could help this team win lots of games, hopefully now and in the future. But asking him to be Bruce Smith, Myles Garrett, I mean, come on, man. Now let me start with just a kind of a wide lens, big picture question. What are the expectations in year 1 from David Bailey? What can he do that would make you feel like, all right, the Jets got a real player here who's going to help them for years to come?
If I were Glenn, all the defensive staff, my first goal, and fans are not going to like to hear this, but this is the reality. My first goal is, okay, this is a new environment. This is brand spanking new. We're not 3-3-5 anymore. We're not freelancing. We got to play from within structure. And that is the first teaching point. I know you can rush the passer. I know that's your thing. And that's what we drafted you to do. But we got to see what you could do within structure. Hold the point of attack. When we're not putting action on for you, just be 1 of 11. And if he could show that he's coachable and he could improve in that area, then the world is your oyster. Then you could expect the things that the box score stuff that you want to see during the season. And I don't even care about sacks, honestly. If he were to finish with 4 sacks and less impressive pressure rates, but actually did the things that elevated his teammates defensively, I would take that in a heartbeat over the numbers. So I'm probably the worst person to ask in terms of that question.
Well, you wrote a great story yesterday on the JetX website where you basically went through several different defensive fronts for the Jets in the 2026 season, at least how they project out here in May and where David Bailey would fit. So I thought it'd be a fun exercise here to have you kind of put on, the coaching headset and kind of walk us through the premise of some of these fronts that you described in your film room breakdown over on JetX. So we'll skip ahead in the article here to kind of set this one up, and we'll start with the sub packages because you wrote that this is pretty easy to kind of fill out what the Jet front looks like when they're going to a 4 down wide, aka running their nickel here. So everyone can now see it on the screen. Break down this formation, break down what exactly we're looking at here and Bailey's role.
So you got to look at it, passing back in the day, it was more split 50-50. The advent of the forward pass running was key. Namath 60s, 70s, not until, the Mel Blount rule did passing really start to spike. So it's a passing league. Yes, they throw over 60% of the time. No question about it. But that is different than what a passing down is for a defense. When you hear, okay, this is a true passing down, that means you're daring the offense to run. You're giving them an alley. You're holding the red, bull, whatever the hell they hold up to let them run through, because it's 3rd and long, because it's 3rd and whatever. That's the situation. You want them to run. That's a passing down, and that only happens 11, 12, 13 times a game. Even if there are 40, 50 pass plays, that still is the case. 3rd and long, it's even less. 3, 4, 5 times a game per average. Each offense averages anywhere between 60 and 66 plays a game. So the entire premise is, yes, Bailey, McDonald, you put them on edge, passing downs, that is easy. You could do a lot of different things in that regard. But if you do that and you say, okay, Osai and Enagbare are base, those two are sub, that's not enough downs. You have to squeeze Bailey and McDonald in there on balanced downs. So I think the right place to start is to say, okay, let's configure it this way. Yes, Bailey and McDonald are on sub, but Osai and Enagbare will be the strong side edge in base, whereas the 2 pass rushers will be weak side. And let me see this at the top. There is no one way to hide a defender. You can't hide anyone successfully, period. But there are ways to try to do the best you can to get it done in terms of the run game. Now, this is sub, so this is very recognizable for Jets fans with Saleh. Widen the D front, 4 down, basic 4-2 nickel. And then you got Bailey, McDonald, really wide. Bailey will be really comfortable there. McDonald 2, Briggs and Onyemata 3 techs, Sherwood and Davis on the back end. Now, 2-3 techs means that's a passing situation, because never would you go without a guy inside the guard, a 2-eye or a 1. So that one's easy. That is as straightforward as it gets.
Let's keep going now. How about 4 down, double A gap in the nickel set here?
So basically, the way defense has evolved because of the rules, you see threatening chess pieces. You see a lot of stand-up mugged positions, where the linebacker's standing in the gap, whether it's A gap, B gap, what have you. Same look here from the front. You can even widen it further, because the 2 linebackers, instead of being on the second level, will threaten and stand in the A gap. So it's a double A mug where you have 6 up front, 6 at the line. You could have Bailey could stand outside. That's fine. It doesn't have to be in a 3-point stance. But this one is pretty straightforward too. And the way defense has evolved, you have to be more reactive as opposed to proactive. So you have to at least make the offense guess and try to think about who is coming, who is rushing the passer before the snap happens. And that's why there are so many mugs, because you get more guys up there and passing downs. So the line has to do extra thinking. The quarterback has to do extra thinking. They don't know who's coming.
Let's keep going through different formations here. What the Jet defense with David Bailey will ultimately look like. You got a 2-4 load, single mug. We're still in nickel here. Explain this one. This is a unique one.
Yeah, Glenn loves, and all defensive coordinators do, just to load one side and passing downs. Again, this is not going to work on 1st and 10, because if you come out with this on 1st and 10, the offense sees it and just runs where they ain't, and they pick up a chunk. They pick up 7 and 8 and set up 2nd and 3. Again, passing down only, which is 10, 11, 12, 13 times per game. You see Onyemata, 1 tech, shade on the center, 4 I tech with Briggs. I flipped McDonald and Bailey, but you could do whatever you want. So you have Onyemata, Briggs, and McDonald featured as the load on the strong side. You could game it up front with those 3 in any way you want. Davis is mugging the B gap. He could also be in the mix. And then Bailey, whoever the edge is, all the way to the left on the opposite side of that load is the isolation guy. And you just let him work and you let him do his thing. Glenn does, he loves the simulated pressures where it looks like more than 4 are coming, but 4 just come, and you play match zone on the back end. A lot of that works with this.
Keep going here. We're going through different formations with David Bailey added to this Jets front. Here we go. We're going strong V weak edge. This would be a base package for the Jet defense.
This is a little different. This isn't a package. This is just the thought process behind what I just laid out. Instead of thinking it in terms of Osai and Ibarra going to start in the base and then McDonald and Bailey come in at sub, that won't give McDonald and Bailey enough snaps. You have to mix them in the base. This is the principle where, okay, Osai and Enikbari are the strong edge. McDonald and Bailey are the weak edge. So this is not a package. This is just more the mindset. This is the model we're going to roll with. So McDonald and Bailey playing weak edge in the base get their fair share of snaps.
I like it. By the way, let me give a shout out to Kevin with a super chat. That's K3VIN8711, who goes, I watched live on Tuesday for Jake and Robby's collab. Robby's a great sport. Keep up the great work, Jake. Well, Kevin, I appreciate it. And you're the first to be entered in our raffle today.
Is that the champ or no?
That is not the champ. That is Chef Kevin who's the champ.
Yes.
But
yes.
good job by you. I wanted to share this. Obviously Robbie does the podcast with Wayne Corbett. So when I can get a Corbett themed prize as a daily raffle, when Robbie's on, I always like to do it. A signed Wayne Corbett jersey across our shows is the raffle prize. Kevin is the leader in the clubhouse with 4. Also have a new set of weekly prizes. We did our weekly raffle yesterday. Congrats again to our 5 winners. Joe Namath signed helmet, Richard Todd signed jersey, Boomer Esiason signed helmet, and a Vinny Testaverde signed jersey, Jet QB raffle. And Wayne caught passes from 2 of these Jet QBs, Boomer and Vinny T. So Wayne Corbett jersey up for grabs on our show today.
He caught a lot from a lot of quarterbacks, man. Dude, Meyer, Frank Reich, Bubby Brister, I think, Neil O'Donnell.
Yep.
A lot.
Pennington, Lucas, Quincy Carter.
There's been a lot. Bollinger was the final one.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Keeping up with our breakdown here, different formations.
Yeah, this is the rub here. This is the stuff that we really want to get to, because
4-3 with Leo principles. Can you explain what Leo is for those who are unaware?
So 4-3 under and 3-4 under are pretty much the same thing. What you need to pretty much understand what under means in this look where there's 5 down is the 3 tech Phillips to the left is on the weak side. So defense is coming out. They see the alignment, strong left, because the tight end is to the left. So that's the declarative strength on the run. Strong left. 3 tech on the strong side would be an over front. And this is not true 100% of the time, but I'm just trying to explain it. If it's on the other side, the weak side, it's going to be an under. And this is not your classic, 4-3 under, 4 down look front, under front. This is 4-3 under, where there's 5 down, and Gus Bradley, the Legion of Boom, did really did wonders for this look. A lot of 4-3 under, and Leo is this guy, Bailey, where a lot of the traits of this formation is to free this man up, Bailey, on this side next to the 3-tech, to let him rush the passer, to let him be free, even on balance downs. Now, don't get it twisted. You can't escape your responsibilities, your keys to that degree. It doesn't work that way. Again, it's a fine line. It's gray area. It allows him to do it. This formation allows him to do a little bit more than usual. So when anyone says 4-3 under, 4-3 Leo, they're not specifically the same thing, but just trying to provide a general idea. That's the Leo position, that weak side edge next to the 3-tech. Now, if the offense goes, if I was an OC and I saw the Jets doing this, what I would do is put in 12 personnel, or I would put the tight end off the line of scrimmage, because if you put him off the line of scrimmage, then you could work split zone in. You could work kickouts with that Y, with that tight end flashing and sifting across to the weak side edge. But still, as long as the 3-tech does his job and Bailey, that edge, that weak side edge in the 4-3 under, does his job, pinches it down, doesn't get irresponsible, you're in pretty good position to stop the run. So that's what this is. McDonald's and Bailey would share that weak side edge in this look, where Osai and Egbari would share the strong side edge.
Let's keep rolling here through different looks with David Bailey now added to the Jets front. 3-4 tight in the base.
Tight, baby, tight. College.
T-I-T-E.
Tight college. This front, this principle, it was really born out of trying to stop spread teams from running in between the tackles. When you go spread and you open it up, you're thinking pass as defense. But when you do that, you play more too high. You play more soft coverage. It really gives the offense an opportunity to run it between the tackles, pick up chunks that it puts you in a terrible position. You don't want to be facing 2nd and 5 every play, every second down. It's terrible. So tight, getting the 2 4-eyes in there, inside shade on the tackle, step outside, hold your ground if there's no action, if it's base, really eliminates that. And it tries to funnel the running back and all the rush plays outside. It tries to bounce him outside to the edges. So there are a lot of 3-4 looks you can go with. Oki would have these guys in a 5-tech on top of to head up with the tackles. So Sweat 0, Phillips 5 on top of the tackle, 2-gapping it. Onyemata on top of the tackle, 2-gapping it. That even helps out a weaker run defender even more in that situation. But it leaves you open inside in terms of the run. You really have to have heavy-handed linebackers. You do with DeMario, not so much with Sherwood, but DeMario might be good enough to get it done. So yeah, and you could even go 3-4 Eagle, where it's the same look as this, except Onyemata on the strong side goes to 5-tech, head up with the tackle. Phillips stays in 4-eye. So you see how they're shaded inside the tackle? That's the difference. 4-eye shaded inside the tackle. 5 would be on top of the tackle. I'm sorry. 5 would be outside shoulder of the tackle. 4 would be head up. So there are so many different looks Glenn's going to put out there, and I'm really fascinated to see what he's going to do. But this gives you a good idea, whether it's a 4-3, whether it's 3-4. By the way, 4-3 under. I mean, people could call it a 4-3 front, even front, all they want. Depends how you play it. But Glenn even said he's going to be a balanced hybrid guy, and I think there's no other way in today's league, honestly. And I'll be interested to see what he does with McDonald and Bailey in terms of especially the base look and what he does with those big D tackles inside, because Jake, they have a lot of meat inside right now, and where he plays them is going to be interesting.
Well, you just look at the additions they made, obviously Sweat, but you go back to the training camp acquisition last summer with Phillips. They bring in Briggs as well. They sign Onyemata. I mean, they've added a lot of poundage to the middle of their defense.
Briggs isn't even on this base look right now, and surely he will be playing base. There's no question. So they got that nice 4-man rotation. And when they go 4, when they go even and they leave the B gap open, it'll be 2 out of 4 where they could rotate. When they go odd, 3 out of 4. So there's a lot of different options, and we'll see. Base with Bailey or McDonald, if you run an action with them and have them step inside, crash down, a lot of different things where you replace them off the edge, scrape exchange the gaps. Not worried about that, because that you could wreak havoc with a guy like Bailey with the first step. It's when you play it straight up. That's going to be the key. And Mr. Dunbar, all eyes on you right now.
Let's keep going here. We're breaking down different looks that Aaron Glenn and Brian Duker now can deploy with David Bailey added to the front. Never mind. That was the last look.
Blue balls, Jake.
Yeah, we promised the people more. You know what? Good thing we have all off season now to give people more info. Overall, what's your favorite look that they now could do after adding Bailey?
Starting small. It all depends on what they come out. What team you playing? Are they coming out in 11 personnel a lot? Are they coming out in 12? Assuming base. So assuming it's not nickel. My favorite look is anything where you have the 3 heavy guys inside. I really think you're going to have to play more odd. You're going to have to cover those B gaps and have 3 big guys inside. That's going to be the thing that helps either Bailey or McDonald out most. Osai and Enagbari, not worried about it. When it's short yardage, get Osai and Enagbari out on the edge and have 3 guys, the 3 gigantic asses inside. That looks like with DeMario, geez, that looks like a great short yardage run front. So anything odd, anything 3-4 principled like that, 3-4 tight, 3-4 eagle, sweat head up, 0 tech or 1. I like that. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Hit the like button if you're just joining us. Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. JoJo checking in. What a gesture by JoJo. So she renewed her Patreon membership yesterday. She signed up for the year, got 10 entries. So I put JoJo in our raffle for 10. Yesterday, JoJo won a signed Joe Klecko football, and she wants to donate the signed Joe Klecko football to Indy Jets, which is just an unbelievable gesture by JoJo. So chat, make sure you give some love to JoJo. We all know Indy's been going through some health problems. He loves Joe Klecko. So this is an unbelievable gesture by JoJo. Speaks volumes about the community that we have. So JoJo, I will get in touch with Indy Jets, and I will make sure that signed Klecko ball heads to his way in Indy. JoJo, incredible job. Thank you very much for your tremendous support. Doc Jet fan checking in. He's in our raffle for 2 with this $10 super chat. He writes in, Robbie, how do you maximize / hide Sherwood in any defensive alignment? He can't cover despite being a converted safety, and he's not stout against the run. He gave up a passer rating of 125.5 and had 11 missed tackles. Before you answer this, it's worth noting they didn't draft a linebacker, and they really have not added a true linebacker in free agency besides DeMario Davis. What do you make of that? And then to Doc's point, how do you use Jamie and Sherwood in this defense?
You can't hide them. That's 1. 2, you're right about the pass coverage. And it's interesting. You'd think, coaches, fans, whatever, media, hey, it's a converted safety. That's going to be his strength, pass coverage. The run stuff is going to be the worry. It's not always the case because linebacker coverage is completely opposite from safety coverage. It is safety is backup, linebacker is pivot. And where you place your eyes is always the biggest thing. Your eyes are your most dangerous weapon all the time, then touch next. But you really have to open up. You have to stick to technique as a linebacker, especially if you're a converted safety. I think he's best if it's Tampa 2 and he's running and he can get those hips open right away and just go. But yeah, it's a great question. I don't really have any answers. I think the best answer is this. The thing that they needed to do most for Sherwood is bump him to number 2 and bring a daddy in. And that's what they did. And DeMario could do wonders for him. So we'll see what happens.
Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. Jamie and Sherwood is still a Jet. DeMario Davis was added. I just hope that should help Sherwood just play more free, be in better positions. But we will see. Yeah. Kevin checking in. He's in the raffle for 2. He goes, I'd love to hear Mr. Sabo give his thoughts on Brendan Sorsby and put me in the raffle. Kevin, you are in for 2. Robbie, we might need you at some point to do a film breakdown of Brendan Sorsby, the quarterback of A&M, because it doesn't sound like he's going to be eligible to play college ball. And if he goes into that supplemental draft, I think the Jets are a real player for him. Just give us your initial thoughts on that situation.
I really haven't seen too much of him. And if I don't see too much of a guy, I'll never bullshit everybody. I'm not too familiar. I got to be honest. So I won't say one way or the other, but it's intriguing. It's intriguing. And wouldn't it be, in terms of the superstitious stuff and Jets fans hoping they break through and do the great thing, do the great dance, wouldn't it be fitting that they find a surprise QB that could be their guy in the supplemental draft as opposed to the regular draft? What was the last Jet to be taken in a supplemental draft? Rob Moore. I think Rob Moore was supplemental back in the day.
Yep.
I don't remember too many else. It's been a thing of the past, which is crazy. But yeah, this story, dude. What do you think, Jake, in terms of Sorsby?
Well, I mean, the way he's discussed, there's a good chance that he's a first-round pick a year from now. So if you can get him for a third, like, to me, it's not the worst suggestion if you're the Jets and you want to take a chance on him. I think anything more than that, you get a little concerned that that's too much, especially with the coaching staff potentially not here a year from now. But I feel like when you're the Jets and you don't have your long-term answer, if you can get a guy who might actually be that dude, and then you would have 3 first-round picks, that to me is big time. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, that's like you're giving yourself a chance to really stack the deck and set your franchise up for long-term success. But I'm like you, I haven't watched a ton of them. I didn't watch a ton of Cincinnati football last year, and I was going to watch them like all the other 2027 quarterbacks this upcoming year, but I don't think he's going to be eligible. And the other question you have is, if he is just going to go to the supplemental draft, does he still carry any sort of suspension when he becomes a pro? Like, how does that work as well? That's an answer to a question I don't know either.
Yeah, I'm trying to look up the supplemental guidelines on the fly. I don't even remember what it was. It's a bid process. Is that it?
So the Jets would basically get to bid one of their draft picks, their own. They can't like bid the Colts pick, or they can't bid. It's got to be their own pick. And let's say the Jets offer a 3rd round pick and the Cardinals offer a 3rd round pick. The player would be awarded to the Jets because it's based on the most recent draft order. Okay. So that's huge. I think the most I would do is a 3rd. I wonder though, if you're a team like, let's say the Steelers, or you're a team that, I think the Steelers are a good example, maybe even like, I guess Tampa, but a team that's like good, they're never picking at the very top of the draft. Why wouldn't you just bid a 2nd round pick? Like, if you're Pittsburgh, are you going to be able to find a quarterback who a year from now would be a 1st round pick when you're going to the playoffs basically every year? Like, I wonder if there's a team that, like, a 2nd round pick to Pittsburgh's not the same to the Jets, for example. And like they're kind of stuck in quarterback purgatory. Here's their swing and opportunity to get a guy and get out of it. Or like Kyle wrote Minnesota. That's another good example. Like, if you're Kevin O'Connell, you love Sorsby, like, you're not going to probably get another opportunity to be picking a quarterback in the top 10. Like, I wonder if one of those teams would be willing to give more than what the Jets would be willing to give, knowing the Jets have basically set their franchise up to have 3 picks in 2027. So even if not they're the quote unquote worst team, they know they have flexibility to move around the top 10 to get one of the quarterbacks they're targeting. You get my point I'm trying to make?
Yeah, I do. And my mindset with quarterbacks, it's not always this way, but mid-round picks, late-round picks, I'm looking for a lotto ticket. I'm looking for upside. I love the Payne draft. They're good shots to take. Like, I think when you ask me about Klubnik, I'm not going to go crazy over Klubnik. I understand the criticism that they traded up and could have maybe gone a different way about it, but I think it's a good shot to take based on where he was projected previously and based on his under pressure stats. How does that translate with Sorsby? I think quarterback more so, even if it's a 3rd round pick, 2nd round pick, 1st round pick at times, that it kind of falls into that category more than wanting to make sure you take an all around sure thing. So yeah, it depends. I mean, it'll come down to evaluation. What do you think of him? Would you give up a 2nd, 3rd? I'd feel a lot better right now if it were a 3rd.
Yeah, It really comes down to how you feel about the guy.
Yes.
But I could tell you for a fact, speaking with someone very close to Texas Tech, when the Jets were doing their homework on David Bailey, they were also doing their homework on Brendan Sorsby.
Yeah,
it didn't hurt the Jets that they were there to basically evaluate, Bailey, and they also got a chance to see Sorsby up close and interact with him. Like, that's a real thing.
I heard that. Yeah, I'm looking through the supplemental draft history. 1990, Rob Moore was the last one. Good old Syracuse. And then 3 in 1984, Ken Hobart, Turner Gill, and household name Jim Sandusky. That's it. So
it doesn't happen that often.
Yeah, Sorsby would be the fifth.
Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. What's your take on the backup quarterback situation? Tyrod officially signed elsewhere. They met with Russell Wilson. I was listening to Zach Rosenblatt and Connor Hughes on their podcast with SNY say that it could be Russell Wilson's job if he wants it, which I don't quite understand. But your thoughts on the backup QB room right now?
I think I'm in line with your thoughts. Under normal circumstances, I think it's unacceptable what you have right now, and just hoping and praying for QB2 based on what you did offensively last year, based on Geno not being a sure thing. And you'd like the O-line for sure, but still, general circumstances, no, you don't like where they are right now, QB2 wise. This is unique. This is a unique circumstance. And again, it comes down to player evaluation. If they are much higher on Bailey Zappi than the rest of the world, and they feel good about that, then by all means, roll with it. Roll with your conviction. It's not something that I'd lose my mind over based on where the Jets football program is right now. I'll put it that way. And Russell Wilson, honestly, I'm not for it. I'd rather just bypass him altogether. I don't need the noise. I just don't need the noise at this point. I'm shocked they're even talking to him, to be honest, based on, what Glenn has said in the past, wants to just go about business. I'm not saying Russell Wilson's a bad teammate. It's sort of Aaron Rodgers-ish. Rodgers isn't a bad teammate, but the noise is inevitable in a lot of cases. Russell's noise wouldn't be, a tenth of what Rodgers is like Tebow. Tebow's not a bad teammate, but the noise is inevitable. I'd rather avoid it. And if he's playing games and, I don't know, just waiting around and holding out, just say, forget it, Russ, forget it. We're good.
Mr. Unlimited. Yeah, you got to be unlimited. You got to have a thought process of being unlimited.
Yeah, dude, if he's dragging his feet, just say, I'm good. No, good luck.
This was a interesting suggestion or scenario that the guys over at Badlands laid out. Who would you rather have as the Jets backup QB? Zappi and Klubnik or Dylan Gabriel?
Is Cleveland shopping Gabriel?
Well, they have a lot of quarterbacks, so maybe that's the thought.
So Gabriel, the other two guys would be gone, and you'd bring in Gabriel, basically? I
guess maybe Zappi would be gone.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if Klubnik's gone with Zappi, no way. I'm taking Klubnik and Zappi.
I've seen nothing from Dylan Gabriel that I'm like,
yeah,
okay.
It's like I wouldn't bother, honestly. I really wouldn't bother. Gabriel, his arm is very, very. Gabriel has to do a lot in terms of the mental, in terms of the intangible to overcome his arm strength.
Well, he's undersized too. He's not a big dude.
And on top of that, he's undersized. So yeah, I would, I'm good on that, honestly.
Yeah, I would just give Klubnik a chance. Why not?
Yeah,
he started the ton in college. Give him a shot.
Yeah, so Klubnik and Zappi versus Gabriel. It's no contest. It's Klubnik and Zappi, I think.
Hit the like button. Comments, questions, your super chats cut the line. We will get to your calls as well. I pinned the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline link. Ladies and gentlemen, we are presented by PrizePicks. Download the PrizePicks app. Use the code HMA. If you put $5 in, you'll get $50 instantly. Robbie, David Bailey versus Arvell Reese. PrizePick lineup I made. Bailey's number is set at 6.5 sacks. Reese is at 2.5 sacks. Would you go more on each of those players if you were putting together a PrizePick lineup?
So the betting world, which is predictable, is overreacting to Harbaugh saying he's going to play Will linebacker. I'm gathering.
Well, they have him at 2.5 sacks, so that tells me. He's probably looked at as more of a linebacker.
Harbaugh, dude, he's slipping one past everybody by saying that. And I'm not saying he's not going to play second level linebacker at times. He is, but that dude, he's going to be everywhere on the field, and he's going to rush the passer a lot. So I feel better. And plus, you go with Harbaugh when you're betting as opposed to the Jets. So I'd say that too. So I'd feel more comfortable with Reese over 2.5 with that number as opposed to Bailey 6.5. But Bailey at 6.5, I could see going over on that too.
I would go more on each of those players. I would.
Yeah. It's so with me, those sacks, I don't really worry about sacks, to be honest. But betting wise, I feel better on the Reese than I do Bailey.
I do too, because Abdul Carter had what, like 4.5 sacks? And like,
yeah.
Think about that.
Hey, by the way, what does HMA stand for? I've been thinking about this. I should have looked it up, but what does HMA stand for?
Hog Media Agency, of course.
Ah, okay.
My agency. They represent me, Robbie.
I've been curious.
And the Jets Collective.
Now, how many podcasts? There's a bunch of podcasts, right?
Yeah.
Now?
They got a lot of content, guys.
Good stuff, man.
But they're behind the Jets Collective, which, by the way, we will be recording our latest episode, folks, this Thursday. Join me, Rich Samini, and Brandon Tierney. It will most likely be during the day, but I will have a confirmed time for people a little bit later in the week. Kevin wants to know, will the Jets get an interception this year?
Yes. That's it.
Are you a happy guy?
Oh my goodness, let's go!
Who gets the first pick of the year?
DeMario.
Really? That's a good one.
DeMario, yes. On a not great pass by the quarterback because he's feeling pressure. Maybe it's a broken screen where he's waiting for the running back to the offensive line to break free and slide through to lead the way. And think David Harris, 2010 playoffs against the Pats, that kind of pick.
Common Country in the raffle for one. Let's go, Common.
Help me. Robby one Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Common Country's membership went to Green Oop. Happy belated Star Wars Day to you, Robbie. May the 4th be with you.
Yeah, you know what's fun? I didn't saw texts from friends like 4th. I didn't know what the hell they were talking about. And what did Star Wars do? Did they announce anything special? Do they wait to hold announcements for that day?
Well, they have a new movie that's out or is coming out. The Mandalorian.
Oh, they're doing the
Grogu one.
Mandalorian movie. Gotcha. Yeah, Disney and Star Wars. I don't know. Chat, let us know what you think. Do you love the Star Wars Disney stuff or not?
No. I mean, the most 3 trilogy movies were so bad. Horrific. The Last Jedi is one of the worst films ever put together.
What the hell were they doing?
Today is Revenge of the Fifth. Good job, Curly.
What the hell were they doing?
You were the chosen one.
Do you remember the second trilogy? Revenge of the Sith is getting better and better as years go by, especially the final battle and how it ended. The first 2 were rough, and yet
you didn't like you didn't like the first one.
It was okay.
Darth Maul didn't do it for you.
It was okay.
The Qui-Gon Jinn.
I think it was more the hype that everyone had to wait so long to get that 4th one. But my point is, it was rough, and it just feels so much better than the newest 3. It's outrageous. Still, number 2. What is Empire? Number 2, right? No, 2. 2 is the.
Oh, you're talking about the originals. It's New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and then
5.
Return of the
Episode
Jedi.
5. Episode 5. Yeah.
Revenge of the Sith, I think, was excellent as far as like any. You put that up with any of the movies, the OGs, any of them. I think Revenge of the Sith's great.
I think, and listen, I'm not a big Star Wars guy. I would never argue with any order, but I'd go 2, 1, and then 3 and Revenge of the Sith are competing in my mind.
It's also Cinco de Mayo today. You're going to have a taco, a margarita.
I don't know. Does Chipotle count?
That counts if you wanted to.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me bring on my Mexican expert.
Kid, this is a physique of a Greek god. 272 pounds of destruction. I'm God and you're a bitch. I'm the sexual, intellectual, the God of all gods, the immortal men of all mortal men. I'm not going to say take that garbagey video down. That's trash.
Why not? Why?
It's garbage.
Beast.
I find it disgusting and repulsive.
Beast, I got
Embarrassing.
sent to jail. I got sent to jail 73 times last week. It's all good.
I heard, and you know who I am. Yeah, I'm probably the next Sophie Patrol just going, hey, I'm 80. Yo, guys who have problems with their hearing are not so good. You can hear bells and going off, ding 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 ding.
Dude, embrace it, my friend. Embrace it.
Oh,
Life's too short.
I've been through enough sunbracing. Would you like to know? And
Taco Tuesday, Beast. What are your thoughts?
I'm getting me a burrito today from the taco truck.
And what do you put on your burrito?
Oh, let's see. Beans, refried, carne asada, cheese, steak, even some lettuce and sour cream. No guacamole, no avocado, no tomato.
Why? What did they do to you? What did guacamole do to you?
No thanks. I got Mexican hot sauce downstairs. Hey, the stuff from where? Mexico. Yo, Mexico.
Did you catch the porch pirate?
Oh no, they can't find him. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I already got a Quebec jersey. I ordered it. I ordered it and got it sent via FedEx.
Beautiful.
FedEx did a great job. B+.
Is it true you're the main character in Revenge of the Fifth? Or sorry, Revenge of the Filth.
I mean, hey, Revenge of the Nerds, yes. Especially when Ogre and his guys were going, nerds, 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 nerds. Ah! And come on. Oh.
Let's keep it rolling with some of your calls right now. But first, a super chat that has come in from Adam is too cool. He joins our Asmaniac raffle for 2 with this entry. Wayne Corbett signed jersey up for grabs today in honor of Robby Sabo doing a show with Wayne Corbett. Pick a different Jet player for each receiving total in 2027. 1,000+ yards, 800+ yards, 600+, 400+, 200+. This is a very good question.
Yeah.
Notice he said Jets player. So it could be a running back. It could be a tight end. It doesn't just need to be a wide receiver. 1,000+ yards, the easiest is Garrett Wilson.
Yep, that's easy.
800+, it's basically who do you think the number 2 receiver is on this team? Will they even have a receiver that gets to 800? They should.
It's close.
I think I'd go Omar Cooper.
It could be lower, but it's not necessarily a bad thing if it's lower, because if you got a bunch of guys, around 400, 500, that's cool. That's no problem. I would say, and I might surprise people, and I love Cooper, love the Cooper pick, but I gotta stick with chalk and say Adonai Mitchell would be 2 right now.
I don't know what to expect from AD. I like him. He strikes me as a guy that could have some quiet weeks, and then he'll have that random game where he has like 3 catches for 95 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, and it could be Brees. Brees could be 2 out. No question about it. Wright could get that running game going. Geno is, it's overlooked often, but the talent, and Zach Wilson was just horrendous at this because he overthought everything. But the talent to pass it short and lead guys, get your running back going, your tight ends is immeasurable. It's huge. Like Tom Brady, Jets fans would lose their minds on Tom Brady because he dinks and dunks everyone to death. There was so many times where he just dinked and dunked and short, and he has all these yards and they're winning and dominating, and you're like, what did he do? He didn't do anything. But there's a fine line between hitting a guy in the flat on time and putting it in the perfect place where he doesn't have to slow down at all, as opposed to slowing down just a millisecond that could get you the first down on 3rd and 3, as opposed to being 4th and inches. And Geno is going to bring more. I'm not saying Geno's Brady, but that's going to be very underrated. Geno's going to bring more of that to the table than we've seen in a while.
800+, I'm going Cooper. 600+, I'll go AD for 600+.
Okay.
400+ Sadiq, 200+ Brees.
I'll go, and I don't think Adani's getting 800, but I'll go Adani. Then I'll go Brees, although those two could be very close. Then I'll go Cooper. Taylor. Who am I missing? Sadiq. I'll go that way.
Did I just see the Giants are limiting access to rookie minicamp?
Why?
I don't know. I just saw a tweet.
Changing consumer habits. Is that the...
Is John Harbaugh media paranoid? Let's see.
That's wild. If I were Giants media, I'd be upset, but Giants fan, it wouldn't bother me one bit.
Only one day of access for Giants media instead of 2.
Interesting. This might have been, I shouldn't say this. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe Glenn did this last year. Maybe not. I can't remember.
Check your email. Are the Jets doing media Friday and Saturday?
They are. Yeah. Media is available for both days.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Adam is too cool, writes in. Beast is Admiral Snack Bar.
Yeah, dude. The bar scene in the original Star Wars is still top notch.
This was just sent to me. Apparently, Beast had company earlier in honor of Cinco de Mayo. He welcomed Gary 3D Boxing and Mad Max into his global studio headquarters for some tacos.
Humble abode.
Beast didn't invite me. I'm kind of offended. Let me ask him about this.
We can't hear you. Restart. Go to commercial.
How come I didn't get invited?
Really? You're gonna put me in a picture with a moron and a clumsy goof?
Who was the other dude? I saw Gary. Who was the third guy?
That's Mad Max.
Mad Max.
Can't stand him.
Hey, how's Gary handling the loss, by the way?
I think he's handled it well. It's no small feat to go all the way to the championship round of Asmaniac Madness.
Yeah, then again, it was hard work, man. He put in some hours to get that done and got all the way to the end.
I've heard that before. In the words of Grandma Zav, I've heard that one before.
Who?
Yeah.
Who?
I don't know. Well, in the words of our champ is on the line, hit it.
He's always cooking or coaching or flashing his green. This man is cooking or kicking as maniac as. He's at the tailgate, he's cooking, blowtorching his food. A diehard Jets legend, the chef they call Kevin. Chef Kevin.
Chef.
Tell you what.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. How y'all doing?
Good, man. That intro music gets
right,
even
so
a white Irish.
Gets
even a white Irish
I need
dude
a new
moving.
damn phone, man. I don't know what's going on.
You can't hear me?
Phone. I apologize to the community. First order of business, man. I'm a try to see what's going on. For some reason my StreamYard been glitching, man. I can't hear y'all.
Good job.
But I guess for my Jet take, man, Robby Sabo, man. I'm a Sabo truther. I've always been a Sabo truther, man. I appreciate everything you and JetX do, man. Y'all bring it to the table, man. That Bailey stuff, man. I just hope he produces the way a lot of people are talking about, because I'm more hopeful for our defense. It's the offense that I'm starting to get a little nervous, just because of the new pieces, man. OC, highly important. We got a new guy now. The quarterback, new guy as well. The O-line, it's pretty much the same, but, now with new offensive play calls, man, they're going to be doing different things, different blocking schemes,
Brand
different adjustments at the line. Plus now with two weapons that we have, man, with Sadiq and Cooper, what are they going to do with them? Different packages, man. Like, for me, that's the biggest thing, man, where I feel good with the defense. They really got to step up, man. AG with his superpowers, he really got to deliver, man. And that offense, we got to see them click, man, and work, and maybe bring in another veteran wide receiver, man, to really help out. Last year coming in with Alan Lazard and the Reynolds and the crap that we had, man, it didn't look too good. So be able to do our thing this year, man.
Amen. Yeah, Chef, that bucket hat is fantastic.
Can't hear.
Is Chef Kevin delay? Can you hear me?
No.
Kev? Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Champ is
Yo,
here.
man.
Chef?
Knicks tape, Sabo. I know you're a big Knicks guy, man.
You can't hear me.
I see Jake with the hat. I couldn't leave without throwing a Knicks tape. Again, apologies, man, with my audio, but yo,
Yeah.
Knicks tape, bing bong. I wanted Philly, man. I wanted Philly. I felt
Philly
like
was
the
the right
Celtics were too
yeah.
similar with them, with Joel flopping like a fish, man. Just being worse than LeBron. As big as he is, he's just stumbling all over the court. I'm not a believer in that, man. No way in hell. Maxey, yeah, he's a dude we got to worry about. George, he's old. I ain't worried about him. Yo, it's Knicks tape all day. I'm not even looking forward to game 2. I'm looking forward to game 3 in Philly, talking a whole bunch of smack, knowing how deep we're going to be there, talking a whole bunch of stuff because they're worried about us taking over their stadium, which we will. We will take it over. Knicks tape, we're doing it in 4, man. Knicks in 4. That's
Go New York, go New York, go! Go New York, go New York, go!
The champ, Chef Kev, on the line. Kev, hopefully you listen back to this and you'll hear me then. So that's a perfect segue to get into a little Knicks talk. Robbie, I've been watching this team my whole life. You're older than me, so you've seen them longer.
How do you know that?
I'm just going to assume
that
you are older than me.
Okay.
What they have done these last 4 games, I mean, I've never seen a Knicks team play this well. And for them to go down 2-1 against the Hawks, in hindsight, that maybe was the best thing to happen to this team. Because since then, they have locked in. They have been a different team. Everyone is confident. Everyone is playing the perfect role they need to play. Last night was just utter domination. The way they closed the half, and I knew the second Brunson hit that 3 right before halftime, this was over. I mean, he scored 35 with ease last night. Didn't even need to play in the final quarter. 137-98 to kick off the second round. And it's one game, and they got to go out there and, again, take control of home court and win tomorrow night. But the last 4 games, they've won by an average of 33.8. It's been historic what we're seeing this Knicks team do. It's everyone in the starting lineup: Brunson, Cat, Bridges, Hart. You're getting big-time contributions from everybody. You're getting contributions from guys off the bench. When the Knicks, and I've said this all year, when they play at their best, they're as good as any. And they're certainly as good as any team in their conference. And we have now seen that for 4 straight games. And we saw that last night against the Sixers team that had no answers for anything the Knicks wanted to do offensively.
It's at a near mythical level right now. Like how every single player, coach, everything, the confidence is just outrageous. Can they sustain it for the next month is the question. And how are they going to react when the first really bad thing goes wrong? Like if someone gets hurt, has to miss a game, or something happens defensively, their intensity is there. Can that hold up on its own if the shots aren't falling? That's something you have to think about. But yeah, dude, Atlanta. And by the way, it didn't matter who the opponent was last night. I think last night was more impressive than the Game 6 Atlanta, because Atlanta just didn't have anything. Philly, I'm not saying Philly played great. They missed way too many shots early in the game, and open shots too. It's like a lid is on the opponent's basket at MSG, but it didn't matter who they played. So, it's shooting. This team rides. It's crazy how confident they are, but if they're hitting their shots and they do it well, everything works out. The question is, what happened? What turned in game 3 and game 4? And they started, I think it was the offensive identity. They started moving through Cat. They started embracing their DNA more. Stop with the movement. Stop with the stuff that you tried to force feed all year. Embrace who you are. It's okay if you're half court. It's okay if you ISO Cat and run through with Brunson and do all that stuff. You could still use principles that you used during the year that worked well in the NBA Cup, but don't force the 3. Work the shot, work for the better shot, the higher percentage shot, get Cat involved intentionally early, and that's who they are. And if they embrace who they are, it's, dare I say, dude, they got a shot, man.
They're confident right now. You could see it. Bridges has looked like a different player, just top to bottom. They just It's clicked. Something has clicked since they were
Yes.
down 2-1. They've locked in. I mean, they're the first team to win 3 straight games by 25 plus in playoff history. They're the third team to win consecutive playoff games by 30 plus points. How about this for a stat? Knicks starters have not played in either fourth quarter of their last 2 wins. They're the only team in the play-by-play era, which dates back to 1998, whose starters did not play in consecutive fourth quarters. Look, they won't shoot probably 63.1% in game 2, but they're gelling.
Yeah, it's insane
at the right time right now. And again, the Sixers, I don't trust their team to stay healthy over a long series. They play 6 guys really, and Embiid is he's a ticking time bomb with his health. So look, I thought the defense on Maxey last night by Mikal Bridges was excellent. I thought the Knicks' help defense was phenomenal. They are clicking at the right time. They got to stay healthy. That's the biggest thing this time of year, but they should beat Philly. I picked them in 6. I'll still stick with that, but there's Knicks fans chanting Knicks in 4 last night, leaving MSG, and for good reason when the Knicks played as well as they did last night. That was stunning to see.
It's here. Okay, let's try to pick it apart. Okay, which is going to be very difficult. It's impossible, but let's try. Have they been fortunate in their opponents? Atlanta, no, first round. That's a worthy opponent because they're athletic, they're long, and the Knicks' kryptonite has been athleticism and length at times. Are they fortunate it's Philly and they have home court? Yes. In my mind, yes, because they're a home court team. Their record on the road this year, not great for a so-called great team. But Philly is the exact opposite from Atlanta. Instead of athleticism and length, they are, a tougher team, which with a point guard who could move. And that's another kryptonite of theirs, a point guard who can move. Tyrese Halliburton. See, Indiana had both last year, the athleticism and that point guard, where they don't know how to handle it defensively at times. So it didn't matter who they played. It's the shooting. And if their shooting goes into a slump, what you going to do? That's going to be the thing I'm looking out for. How's your is your defense going to fall off? Are you going to get outrun at times? Not against Philly, they won't, but maybe in the conference finals. We'll see. That's the thing. Just keep working the offense. Keep working for the higher percentage shot and don't take the easy way out. And I think if they do that, the threes will come and their offense will come.
Thunderlips writes in, Jake, did anyone tell you to sit down at the Garden like Nate was talking about? No, I thought the crowd last night was the best of the playoffs. I've been to all the home games right from the beginning with the FMB chants before tip-off. I mean, the crowd was into it. Look, every Knicks fan expected the Knicks to beat the Atlanta Hawks. I mean, that's just a reality. I mean, the expectations are way higher than just winning a playoff round, although appreciated Knicks fans because they've now done that 4 consecutive seasons. They're the only team in the NBA that's won at least a playoff round 4 straight years. But the crowd, I think, in the first round, you knew they were going to advance. That's the goal. Now people that are there last night, it's a different level of intensity. It's New York and Philly. There's a heated sports rivalry between those 2 towns. Knicks Sixers played a great first-round series 2 years ago that we all remember. So the crowd, I thought, last night was by far the best of the NBA playoffs at the Garden.
Look, man, remember last year, it was a brand new team with Cat and Bridges. Cat arriving on the eve of the season. They didn't have Mitch all year. They didn't have the depth they have now. Basketball, as superstar-driven as it is, it's still chemistry. And there's no way they can get worse. Is Cat and Brunson together still an issue that they're going to have to contend with defensively in these playoffs? Yes, especially in the finals. Maybe against Detroit. If Detroit finds it, they are not themselves. I don't even care how many points they won by in Game 7. They are not themselves. If Knicks fans, if you're old enough to remember the 90s, you kind of can't believe what's happening because the basketball gods, I wrote this on Knicks X Factor, kind of giving everything to the Knicks one after another. Okay, you want home court? Okay, Philly wins. They come out of nowhere. You want Kate Cunningham to get hurt late in the season after they're rolling and they steamroll you? Okay, collapsed lung. It's insane. So I think Knicks fans, and I'm included in this, you can't believe what's happening and you're just waiting for something bad to happen. Ask Joe B. So we'll see. Listen, where's the grit? You keep that grit when something goes wrong. That's the thing I'll be watching for.
And I always think of Joe B because he's always bringing this up. The Knicks in their history have never won a playoff series.
That's all. I heard that yesterday.
If they've lost the first game at home. And if you think about it, It's true. Even in the recent years, right? The Hawks series in Thibodeau's first year, they lost game 1 at home. The series where they lost to the Heat.
That team wasn't
game
ready.
1 at home.
That team wasn't ready, though.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's true. If you really go back and think about it. When
Indiana,
they lost
95, the Pat Ewing finger roll game 7, which would have won the series with those giant steps down the middle of the lane. It was the Reggie 8 points in whatever seconds it was in game 1, stunning them.
Halliburton last year, game 1, conference finals.
Yep, absolutely.
So they got to win game 1, and now they got to win game 2 and go back to Philly up 2-0.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ozzy in the raffle for 1. Let's go, Ozzy. Appreciate you. Wayne Corbett signed jersey is the giveaway today on the show. Billy McCain checking in with a $10 super chat. He's in the raffle for 2. He goes, Robbie, your breakdown of the defense was impressive and is exactly how they should operate. This team is setting up for success. I feel like Muji's our guy, and I hope Glenn will be. Joe B has it right.
Yeah, I'm taking more of a wait-and-see approach on Muji because while I like the draft overall, I love the Cooper pick. I like the Pons pick. Pons is the next guy I'm doing. I'm watching film right now on Pons. One of the most overlooked things right now, I think, is Cooper, barely in terms of structure, getting used to playing within structure is a big, big thing. Sadiq, I don't know. I got to watch more Sadiq. But Cooper and Pons, they're not going to have the coaching advantage they had in college. That's going to be a major deal. When I watch them, especially Pons, my God, they were put in so many great positions. The pick 6 on Dante Moore, it was as if they knew the play call. It was single high. He didn't have safety help, and he was sitting. Both sides were sitting. I think we went over this play, or Joe did, or someone did at the time. If they didn't run an RPO, I think it was an RPO, and just did a regular drop back, it could have been a 90-yard touchdown or whatever it was. If they just had a vertical route on and the O-line protected. So we'll see. But I like the draft from an overall standpoint. I'm cool with Klubnik. Just not hot on the first 2 picks, as everyone knows. So we'll see.
Chef Kevin checking in. Cat and Mitch need to stay out of foul trouble in order for us to sweep the bum 76ers.
Is Mitch okay with that injury?
I think he's okay. Cat had a very hard fall last night. I got nervous at first when that happened.
See, at different points during the year, if Mitch were to get hurt, the team would crawl into the fetal position. They'd have no chance. Their offensive rebounding saved them so often, and Mitch was the catalyst. But if he were to miss a game right now in this series, no problem. They'd be fine.
The hack of Mitch last night was effective. Mitch couldn't hit a free throw.
It was effective, but it kind of, it was like, was it the wrong strategy for Philly? Because it's a desperate move really early, I wonder. But if the Knicks shoot at 60%, no one's beating them. This league has come down. It changed from, and that's why it's so much more unpredictable. Like, I know there were only 2 upsets in the first round, but how crazy was it that the Knicks almost had Orlando instead of Detroit, and Toronto's the worst playoff team I've ever seen in my life, and they almost beat Cleveland. It changed from defense and just certain toughness, this league, into shooting. Whoever shoots the best is going to win. Athletic shooting. And if you shoot the lights out, you can't lose.
Comments, questions, super chats. Cut the line. Kevin in the raffle for 2. Knicks are amazing, but Philly's a sneaky team. To the Jets, can you guys give us a win-loss for the first half of the season based on the current roster? So what the Jet record is through the first 8 games, let's say?
8-0.
Wouldn't that be nice? I mean, look, I think reasonably, if Glenn wants to be here, they got to be 4-4, 4-5. They got to be competitive. They can't be 0-7. They can't be 1-6. They need to be relevant. Joe B talked about in the hunt yesterday. I don't think that's unreasonable. Again, the roster's not completely bereft of talent.
No, it wasn't last year either.
No, and Glenn got a complete mulligan at OC, DC, the rest of his staff. Another swing at quarterback. They clearly, no matter how anyone feels about Geno at this stage of his career, have significantly upgraded at that spot.
Yeah.
This team needs to be relevant, man. Start 4-4. Give us a season. Be fake good for a couple months.
2017, basically. And
they were 3-2 that year.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember Daniel Jeremiah. It's USA Today or someone predicted a winless team. Daniel Jeremiah at the draft said this is the worst roster I've seen in a decade or something like that. My apologies if I'm missing that quote somewhat, but something along those lines. I want to see, more so than the wins, I want to see them go into the season more open-minded in terms of wanting to find out who they are, what their identity is, sometime in October. So I love the fact that Glenn didn't say, yeah, we're a 3-4 team, we're switching, blah, blah, blah. No, we're hybrid. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I like that. It's a good sign. I don't think it's everything, but we'll see. I don't want them to try to shove specific a specific mindset down the throat with a roster this summer. That's the first thing I'll be watching.
Robbie, there's a guy on the line that you know very well. And he recently went head-to-head with the Beast.
Hold it! Damn you! I'd like to ask you a few questions. Listen, pet dick. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
I don't want to talk to you, Max. I'm talking to this guy here. Sponsored by Oil Man, the best. Do it now.
Say go New York, go New York, go! Go New York, go New York, go!
Stefan joins us now. Hello, Stefan.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me, Jake. Good to see you, Robbie.
How did you survive your head-to-head matchup with I think his first name is Beast, last name Breaker. Am I correct, Jake?
That is correct.
Okay.
Not his only Beast.
He hasn't hit Madonna stage, one name Madonna stage quite yet, but he's on his way.
He's close. He's really moving up the rankings.
Yeah, dude. What's up?
Yeah, no, but I was a lucky guy. He gave me great advice on my fridge. Unfortunately,
what happened?
A new one instead. The ice maker broke, and in the attempt to repair that, the control panel got fried, and the guy was telling me it's like $600 to fix it, so I just bought a new one for $750.
Someone called me once and asked me if my refrigerator was running.
What did you say?
Yes.
That's good. They're supposed to, ideally.
Yes. And
mine, unfortunately not.
You got to get like a what are you doing to keep stuff cold? Are you just ordering fresh? What's the strategy?
Yeah, it's been a lot of ramen, lot of basic meals. I've been running out like on the way home, just picking up like a small meal, like made like just chicken and corn last night. But yeah, it's not been fun. I'm excited. My new fridge will be here in about 20 minutes. And I never thought I'd miss a cold beer so much.
Well, fridges, it's one of those things you kind of take it for granted until it breaks down. That and AC. I don't know how people lived without AC back in the day. Then again, I'm more of the, more Caucasian than normal type. So it all depends. Humans vary.
No, I understand. I remember I was in Europe during like a heat wave a few years ago. Not a lot of AC there is horrific. It's just like lows were like 76 and the highs is just in the 90s all the time. We're sweating to death. No AC is brutal.
What does this show become?
Yeah, let's bring it back to the Jets.
Yeah, this is a physique of a Greek god, 272 pounds of destruction. I'm God and you're a bitch. I'm the sexual intellectual, the god of all gods, the immortal men of all mortal men. You can take that video and shove it up your ass because I'm not having that at all.
What, not a fan of it?
Hell no! I would take Max and fold him up like an accordion and play the chicken polka,
musically talented.
You're not a polka fan, are you?
What's up?
You're not a polka fan, are you, Stefan?
I'm flexible.
I see that. Well, our boys will be just fine. The Knicks last night did a big. Oh my God! I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna say this again. Any more of this fucking crap is gonna get right and burned. And I got a flame put that in the fire.
The photo's right there. This is a hard accusation.
This ain't one of them. This is fake AI garbage. I will not tolerate it. I will not effing tolerate it.
Hey, you gotta get a real artist to make these. We lost him on the camera.
Just go to another caller.
I do not like this loser behind me. I find it disgusting. I'm a straight conservative Republican. I like women.
What a shame. What a shame. What a shame. What a shame. Shame. This loser. It ain't this loser.
Oh, what the fuck? Beast, we could hear you reading while you type, bro.
I've already lost my temper enough.
Why? Because of a picture?
I ain't gonna stand for that. I can't stand that. That's disgusting. I find
You're supposed to be a tough guy, man, and you're complaining about hot showers.
Wait. Time out.
What's up?
Only around women, not around fruitcakes like that. That guy's a fruitcake.
All right. Well, I mean, who cares? It's a freaking AI picture, dude. How does it affect you?
It's disgusting. It is freaking disgusting.
Well, I mean, it's not real. Did you take your sponge bath today, buddy?
Had to.
Okay. Well, hot water's a luxury. You know that, right?
Yeah. Well, there's only one way you can do it. Only on this. If you put the water on the stove in that little thingy, and you're all clear.
You're gonna boil water first?
You have to. The only way you can do it.
Do you have third-degree burns all over your body right now?
No. My body's too tough for that.
All right.
I've had
bumps
and bruises like you wouldn't believe. I've had baseballs ricochet off my nose. I've had a hockey ball to my nuts, and I'm still walking at least. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. You want to talk pain? Oh, let's see. What else have I gone through? I've been power bombed. I've been power bombed, and what the? You shaved off the kernel of the beers.
Oh, you finally look at me now, huh?
Hey, you finally shaved off Colonel De Beers, but he'll be back again.
Well, of course, but it feels good. It feels like I'm missing a part of my body.
Don't worry, summer will be here anyway. Plus, you don't know what it's gonna be like. Last year was nuts anyway.
What?
But we got a long way to go. Let me say, Knicks in cuatro.
Back to Stefan. Stefan, you got a football point?
Hey, yeah, I could make several football points. Where you want to start? You want to go off?
Just let it rip. Let's see what you got here.
Okay, I brought this up last time, but I don't think we went into it. How are you guys feeling about the interior offensive line? Like, I have some mixed feelings. I'm a big fan of Joe Tippmann. I think he's a great player, and I think he's probably a better guard than he is a center. But I'm not a fan of Josh Myers. I'm not a fan of Dylan Parham. And as much as I liked Tippmann, he allowed 6 sacks last year and 5 the year before. So obviously, we like our bookend tackles, but I feel the interior needs some work. What do you feel about that? And do you see any solutions?
Yeah, I think it's a good point. It's kind of being taken for granted right now, and You feel good about Reich. You feel good about Hayden as the coach. But I've said on the show a couple times, listen, it's a lot easier to play O-line if you're in the zone read offense and you eliminate certain guys from the defense. If it's read option, RPO, you got Justin Fields, suddenly the blocking is a lot easier because the QB could run. You have an extra blocker. If it's zone read, classic zone read off the edge, you take the edge and leave him naked. You don't have to worry about him. So, yeah, man, I think they can improve for sure. We'll see the rookie, what he can do. He's a big dude, big boy. I was hoping they could grab a center instead, but we'll see.
I really would have liked one in round 4 when Connor Lew and Sam Heck were still available.
You don't want to mess with Tippmann. I'm not completely opposed to putting Tippmann back to center, but you don't want to mess with him. He's playing good at guard. Leave him there.
Yeah,
I think Cooper's got a chance to probably be their primary backup by the end of the year. We'll see. Cooper, Inez Cooper.
Yes. Yeah.
I see him taking over pretty quickly. Like Xavier Newsom's been a career backup. Max Mitchell, there's a reason he hasn't gotten any opportunities to start. But I do like Cooper. He's definitely see some of that power, some of that size on tape.
Yeah, we'll see. It's not even today, especially. It's never been easy to move from college to the NFL as an offensive lineman, and today it's even tougher because so many of the principles in college are different. So we'll see if you could grasp it. I'm not worried about the raw stuff as much as between the ears, which is normal for a mid-round offensive lineman.
Yeah, did you see that highlight that Joe posted earlier?
No, I did not.
Let me see if I could pull it up quick. Cooper was just his downfield just absolutely demolished. I think it was either a linebacker or a safety.
By the way, Beast, the more you listen to Beast, the more you hear golden nuggets from the 80s and 90s. He said Thunderlips asked about his sponge bath, and he referenced the thingy, the PUFA, whatever. There was a commercial. It was Head and Shoulders or something with Ironhead Hayward in the 90s talking about the thingy. Beast, let me know. Confirm that's where you got the name thingy, because that is brilliant, my brother.
Beast?
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Beast?
Did he check out?
We know he's there.
He's upset.
Beast.
And sexual intellectual. That's got to be copyrighted.
He's a man's man, Robbie.
Yeah, he's feeling it.
Joe Blewett posted like a bazillion clips, so I'm not sure which one you're referring to, Stefan, but
I
put
got it up if you show my screen.
Go ahead, we see it.
It loads. Oh, yeah, so you see him right there. Just absolutely level 24.
Who are they playing? Is that Arkansas? Who is that?
Is that Louisville?
Can't.
I think it's Louisville. Let me see. This is a better angle of it. Yeah, Louisville.
Yep. Little tunnel.
Can't show TV copy.
Gets out there in the tunnel. If you could move like that, man.
This poor guy doesn't know.
I can only show all 22. We can't show the TV copy.
Yeah.
We're working on it. This has a better angle of him just putting that guy in the dirt. Let me stop presenting.
CJ writes, and I think Stefan needs to give Beast to give him instructions again on how to keep the new fridge clean.
You gave me thorough instructions yesterday. I could not forget it even if I wanted to.
Beast, what's the key to keeping a fridge clean?
First
Stefan needs some help.
Every 3 to 6 months, make sure there's no brown stains in there, or if it starts getting brown with the mold, take some heavy soap. That if you got stuff from Costco, get some sponges and some steel, go over it at least 2 or 3 times, and make sure all spotless. And make sure before you do that, take everything out of the refrigerator and make sure to get everything all spotless, and then wait at least 15, 30 minutes to cool back up again, and leave it at 1. Leave it at 1. And also leave the freezer at letter A.
Is this live?
Oh, this is live.
Oh,
Thunderlip says same instructions for cleaning his underwear.
Beast, where'd you get the thingy from? The Ironhead commercial?
Ironhead?
You call it
as Ironhead, but there is a Miller Lite commercial that John
Are you
Madden
messing with
did.
me?
What? What are you?
Intellectual.
What are you smoking? Are you smoking those funny cigarettes again? Oh, my
Don't
cell
make
phone's
me
going
cut a
off.
promo.
Oh yeah.
Hey, sexual.
Hello. Hello. He says he knows you. He says he knows you.
He defeated me already. I got no response.
Couldn't handle the beast.
You just got.
Yeah.
You just got defeated. Or
Sexual,
should I say?
Hey, sexual intellectual. You got to copyright that, my friend.
That's a good one.
Hey, Robbie, what do you think of Beast's breakdown of Cade Klubnik?
This new quarterback that I like from Clemson, great kid. He may have went to a shitty college, but I'll tell you what he did. He did something about it.
You ready for Klubnik now?
Yeah. I heard he's the keg stand champ at Clemson too. He's got that on his belt.
He did something about it, baby.
Yeah.
It's good to know he's the champ in something.
Oh yeah, beer pong, not so much. Keg stands, he's got it.
That's a big concern. You know, he needs that. He needs that throw.
Yeah, I know. Klubnik's interesting because he's got, he's an alpha. He barks. He barks. It could go one of two ways with him.
Thought he was going to be a bit bigger. I don't know why. Just the fact he went to Clemson, I was expecting him to be like a very prototypical size, like 6'4", 230. I think he's like 6'2".
Yeah.
He's got great speed for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. The quarterbacks who show their whole arm and they have the tucked in shoulder pads, I think confuse you. Confuse people watching. Like you think they're taller than they are.
Yeah. You're just expecting them to like keep going up and then just...
Right. You see the whole arm instead of the cutoff. Little tricks like that. It's interesting.
I know someone who I feel we haven't talked about enough the last several months at this point. Jawan Briggs is that legit? Is he that guy now? Like he was a stud with the Jets this past year. He was great with Quinnen. When Quinnen left, he took on the number 1 role and didn't miss a beat. I didn't expect much. I liked the move at the time, but I gotta say he is blowing away expectations to be one of the best. He played like one of the best defensive tackles in the NFL last year.
I'd say I'm kind of putting him in what you said about the interior offensive line. When he has one job, rush the passer, love him, blew away expectations. But there's certain things down to down that he might have been a little overrated, but maybe that's just me being cautious. We'll see. He definitely over-delivered, no question. And if he continues that trend, Jets will have something really nice for sure.
Yeah, always got to be hesitant with the Jets. I remember I was crowning Elijah Moore the next guy because he went off for the second half of his rookie year. He put up some great numbers.
Yep, good old Elijah. They beat Green Bay, go to 4-2, and starts bitching right away. They should have traded him right there and then.
It didn't last much longer. I think they just traded him like 2 weeks later, maybe.
Yeah, he didn't get traded till the offseason.
Yeah, that's right. They kept him.
It?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Thank you, Stefan. You got time for one more call, Robbie?
Ah, come on. What do I got to do?
Ladies and gentlemen, Jets football in May. On Cinco de Mayo. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time.
Except you're not getting Jets football in May. You're getting Knicks basketball in May from Kyle.
Hey, I love it, man. I love it.
So, an appreciation of Jalen Brunson. Super efficient last night with his offense. Has there ever been a better free agent signing in the history of New York sports than Jalen Brunson?
When it's all said and done, he might be number 1. The only other names I could think of, like, because I've done this segment on the radio before, like the Reggie Jackson was right up there.
Curtis.
But the problem is a lot of the best moves have been trades, like Roger
Messier.
Maris, for example, trade. Messier,
Carter.
Trade. Rodgers technically a trade? Because I remember we were having the conversations about like, people that slayed the dragon in New York sports.
Gary Carter and Keith Hernandez are both trades, right?
Trades, yeah.
Yep. Messier trade, yeah.
I'm trying to think great free agent signings. Tremaine Johnson, free agent signing.
Curtis was a restricted free agent. We gave up a first and a third to get him.
Yes.
Yep. Curtis Martin was on the list when I did. I'm trying to remember the other names I had on the segment list.
Yeah. It's an interesting one, too, because free agency, it's crazy. The NFL free agency didn't start till the 92, was it?
Goose Gossage, Catfish Hunter.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Reggie was the number one at the time because of his playoff prowess.
And he was the first.
Yeah, they won multiple championships. But Brunson's on his way, man. He really is.
You know what's with Brunson, the most underappreciated score? We know the scoring. Knicks fans, don't jump on me. He's atrocious defensively. And team defense, he's better. One-on-one, he's atrocious. But his leadership, like his composure, when they lose, he doesn't freak out. That is a massive thing. And I think he does a lot more behind the scenes in terms of helping the coaching staff than people think.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I think, they have a real shot now to come out of the East. And that's why you can't count them out, even if against the West. And I think the West is just generally better because this guy has indomitable will. He gets his shot and he keeps them in games. So, like, what else do you want from your leader?
Yeah, he's not a traditional point guard either, which is okay.
Yeah.
Which makes it even better that the offense is clicking through Cat, because if you can get it to Cat at the top and he cuts through and moves and swoops to the corner, you can do a lot of things as long as Cat can pass the ball, and he surely has been doing that.
Well, I just love that every series it's so-and-so might actually be the best player. There's that saying that Knicks fans have created that you always see, every player is better than Jalen Brunson until it's time to be better than Jalen Brunson. And the same thing happens every time. And this guy is one of the best playoff performers we've ever seen in New York sports.
100%. Point well taken by Clifton there.
That's all I wanted to say. Thanks, guys.
Kyle, great call. Love it. Feel free, people, to call and talk Knicks. Obviously, what I love about the Knicks is that they're the one team in New York that unites, most of the New York sports fan. For every Yankee fan, there's Met fans. For every hockey fan, you got three teams that are split up, plus hockey's not as popular as some of the sports. People could call in and talk Yanks as well. I'm giddy what the Yankees have done right now. Great job winning on a day they honored John Sterling before the game. Yanks right now, one of three teams in the American League above 500, best record in the league. They're rolling, man. Going to get Cole and Rodon back. They'll make some tweaks at the deadline for the pen, I'm sure, but just love the way this team is coming together. Love the sense of urgency they're showing, sending Volpe back to AAA, yanking Hill from the lineup when McMahon wasn't hitting at the beginning of the year. He didn't play, DFAing Randall Grichuk. Like, they have shown a sense of urgency that Yankee teams have not shown in the Judge era, and that is refreshing. Finally, they're acting like
Ben Rice.
He's playing every day because Paul Goldschmidt, guess what? Ben Rice, you're hitting, you're going to play. We're not doing this platoon thing. And that's how it should be.
It's unbelievable. And people forget Judge was not this can't miss prospect, like of the highest degree that we often see year to year in baseball. Yet he turned into they find so many guys who, and I'm not saying they come out of nowhere. Judge didn't come out of nowhere, but they find guys who just turn into, and Ben Rice might be the next.
Well, Ben Rice literally came out of nowhere. It was what, 30.
They were kind of, if I remember correctly, was it 2 seasons ago, 3, when they were desperate and they needed a first baseman? What was it? I forget.
They got Ben Rice in the 12th round in 2021 out of Dartmouth.
Yeah.
And look at Cam Schlittler. Look where they got Schlittler from. He was throwing like 88 miles per hour.
Yeah, he was and Ben Rice is a catcher. Was a catcher. I guess he could still play in a pinch.
7th round in 2022.
Unreal.
Yeah,
they find guys. They just do. It's wild.
Let's see. Oh, wow. Mad Max is on the line.
Back from vacation?
He's back. Does he want to rumble with Beast? Or does he want to talk about Sunscreen Gate?
I do not like this loser behind me. I find it disgusting. I'm a straight conservative Republican. I like women.
know what this is, you son of a bitch?
How you doing?
You know what this is, you son of a bitch?
Beast. Beast, I have more muscles than you.
You're nothing but a loser, weakling. You're nothing but a skeleton.
Beast, I got more girls than you, honestly.
Yeah, no, you don't. No, you don't, bud. I got more power than you.
Is this a replay? I have no idea. Is this live? Is this
Honestly,
a hologram?
I have more muscles than you.
No, you're not. Kid, I'm going to tell you again.
Let's get...
I'm more God than you, Mad Max. I'll fuck you up so fast that I'll put you out of commission so quick that they would need 911 to pick your kick ass up. But I would definitely drop you in a heartbeat because number one, look at you. You're weak, simple-minded, and ridiculous. You're out of date, out of touch, and out of reality. You're weak. You're not powerful like me. I'm powerful than you. I got way more balls than you, and I got a powerful queen.
Facts and fiction.
You're fiction. You're nothing but a Looney Tune who has a brain of a pissant. And I'll tell you something. You can't do Ric Flair, pal.
All right, come on.
Here. Boy.
What's up, Peter Castro?
Woo! Woo!
Beast, honestly, Beast Breaker. Beast, you're 6'9". Look at my biceps. Look at fucking me.
Get out of here, punk.
You know the guy at the end of Waterboy who who holds his nipples on the game-winning throw.
Honestly, Beast, you're a fake wrestler. You're a fake wrestler, honestly. Beast, you're a fake wrestler, honestly.
Yeah, but Max, wrestling is fake.
Like this, and just do squat, 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 squat. Just keep you like this. I will kick your ass every night of the week. You're nothing more than a Red Sox loser. You're weak, simple-minded, and out of date. Kid, this is a physique of a Greek god, 272 pounds of destruction. I'm God and you're a bitch. I'm the sexual, intellectual, the God of all gods, the immortal men of all mortal men.
We covered a lot of ground today, Robbie.
Beast squats 272. Beast can squat a Fiat. Dude, the lower body power should be studied. It really, really should be studied.
That's a man's man right there, baby.
You better believe it. So good.
Thanks for the time today, Mr. Sabo.
You got it. See you, everybody.
JetX.com. Read Robbie's full story that we opened the show with there and all their other content. Ladies and gentlemen, we go back to Thunderlips to weigh in. Thunderlips, your thoughts on Beast arguing with a recording of Mad Max?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I can't even tell anymore. I mean, I'm like, this is not a. Sometimes it's a replay, sometimes it's live. It's like Tupac's hologram popping up at a concert. I don't freaking know.
The best is when we had two Mad Maxes versus Beast.
So that's what I was saying, dude. Every time Max calls, you need to put like 5 different like replays of Max and let Beast guess which one is the actual Max. I mean, just like a whole screen full of old Maxes. But dude, the Knicks, man, this is what like watching games with your kids is all about. It's so much fun watching it with my sons, and they're so into it. My wife's into it. It's just great, man. Like building those memories, because we all have memories of watching playoff games with our dads and shit like that.
I don't. Like, I have none of those. The Knicks were terrible when I was your kid's age.
Oh well,
I got none of that. I don't have the 90s at all. I got none of that. The best Knicks team of my lifetime before the last 4 years was the Melo team in 2012, 2013. I was a senior in high school. They won 54 games and lost to the Pacers in the second round. That was the best Knicks team of my lifetime until Jalen Brunson.
That was like right before Linsanity, right?
That was like the year after Linsanity.
Yeah, because I remember when I was in high school, I was like when I was like a senior or 11th grade, like Allen Houston and shit like that was there. But I mean, yeah, early 90s, like this squad right here, bro.
Yeah, didn't get any of it.
Yeah, but dude, like, and with I was just, thinking about with Sterling and shit like that, like in the 90s, like my dad's a Mets fan, and he used to all the time just like, do the calls from Sterling just to like get me like wound up. And we used to like go to TGI Fridays. Not that that's like a great place, but it's like watching the playoffs, against the Braves and shit. It's like, I'm just thirsty for the Jets to have that, because it's like we're so invested in the Jets, and it's a good palate cleanser with like the Yankees and the Knicks and stuff. But we just, I mean, my 22-year-old has, I don't think he's ever, doesn't even remember 2010 or 11. You know what I mean? So it's like we just need it, dude. And I'm just really eager for it. I'm excited for the season.
I hope we get a real season, right? I mean, Woody was at the game last night, by the way. They were not going to show him on the Jumbotron because he would have been booed. But Woody was on the list last night of quote unquote celebrities that were there.
Was he wearing his cuck necklace that said Woody?
Couldn't see him. That was the craziest part. I was trying to find him, and I don't know where he was sitting, but I could not find him in the crowd.
So remember when Aaron Rodgers got hurt that season for my son's 21st birthday, I took him to see, or 20th birthday, when they played Kansas City, Sunday Night Football.
Yep.
And Rodgers, that was the first time he came out like with his crutches and shit like that. And like Woody was talking to him, and I had pretty good seats, and I was like screaming at Woody. I was like, don't freaking talk to him. Don't touch him. Get away from the quarterback, But man, it's like that game, I had Chiefs fans sitting next to me saying Zach Wilson looks like Joe Montana right now. Like, but Woody, man, it's what a time, man. We can't
in the second and third quarter of that game, he played great, and then he had that fumble at the end, and then they got completely shafted by the refs that night with the holding call, and they took away the interception that Michael Carter had late in the game.
Jermaine Johnson, no holds. Yeah.
Yep.
That was stupid. But dude, the Sorsby shit, or Serby,
Sorsby, yep.
Yeah, what as I say, I don't even know his freaking name. Anyway, so we've been allergic to quarterbacks our whole time, like the Jets' existence, right? Even Namath, we won a Super Bowl, but he wasn't like a great, statistically. Just take a shot. Like, I don't care if we all wanted a quarterback in the 4th round this year. We all wanted, a different one. We wanted Nussmeier. It seems to be, looking at everyone's the pulse and everything, but we got one. We can't complain that they got Klubnik, but I'd say keep taking a shot, dude. You don't have a quarter, keep drafting one till you get one. You never know, and it's like if it's a 3rd round, then do it. Who gives a shit? It's like bring them in, and it's like worst case scenario. It doesn't pan out, but at least you take your shots. You know what I mean? It's like the odds on getting struck by lightning. You know what I mean? It's like it never happens for us. Like something's got to change, man. So you miss every pitch you don't swing at, you're never gonna get a hit. So
let's go.
All right.
By the way,
you
decided to shave the stash.
You know what it was? I made crab legs for my kids the other day, and like my lips smelled like my wedding night for like 2 days. No, no, bro.
I hope your wife is not watching this.
No, dude. Well, in the afternoon shows, I've been watching your show, and she's been watching. And yesterday, man, she was, that whole Beast Breaker shit with his mom came in because I rewound it for her. And, I wish you weren't talking the whole time because I re-listened to it a couple of times. And she's just like, he's the most immature person I've ever met. I'm like, who? And she's like, Jake. I was like,
oh, I am?
Yeah. She thinks you're so mature. I mean, like, I love you, bro. But like, yeah, she's like, he's so mature. So
how can I be more mature for her? What do I need to do?
Nothing. You're making me look good. And that's 90% of the callers. I love it, man. You guys make me look like fucking gold. Like she sees you guys come on the show, makes me look good. So keep it up. Appreciate it. You're giving me brownie points at the wife. No, but Jake, your show's great. Love you, man.
Hey, this is for your wife.
Jake. Hello.
Yes. Oh yeah. That feels better. Oh, baby. That concludes our Jake Asman show. May Jesus love us, and may we respect the Lord as our Savior. Oh.
That's for Thunderlips' wife. Hey, Wayne Corbett signed jersey up for grabs on our show. We have a new set of weekly raffle prizes. QB theme, Vinny T jersey, Boomer Esiason helmet, Richard Todd jersey, Joe Namath helmet, of course. All those items signed by the Jet QB I mentioned. Were presented today by IndaCloud. Look, normally Knicks playoff games, they've been stressful. So to help me kind of unwind and be able to relax a little bit, I usually have a 0 sugar THC soda from IndaCloud. I got to be honest, the Knicks have made this so stress-free. I've just been having these sodas just because IndaCloud makes it easy to enjoy all their different products. If you don't know what IndaCloud is, it is a legal cannabis dispensary that offers gummies, premium flower, pre-rolls, and you heard me just talk about the THC sodas. It is awesome. All the stuff is lab tested, federally legal. It will ship discreetly right to your door. If you're 21 or older, listen up. 35% off your first order and free shipping on orders over $50 when you use my code Asman. You just got to go to their website. It's indacloud.co. That's indacloud.co. Code Asman, 35% off, free shipping. Check it out. Enjoy responsibly, and shout out to IndaCloud for sponsoring our program. Reminder, we're available in podcast form. If you ever missed the show, just search the Jake Asman Show on Apple or Spotify, and you can listen back to anything that you may have missed. Let's keep rolling with your calls before we wrap this baby up. Ladies and gentlemen, we say hello to the Rooster who's on the line. Hello, Rooster.
Well, how you doing today, Jake? Great.
I'm great, Rooster.
Well, last week I spent Friday yelling at an empty chair, trying to get Gary back on. So, that was probably one of my lower moments in sports. But, we do. Has he been on, by the way, the last?
Gary called in yesterday afternoon, Rooster.
Okay, good. Thank God. Thank God for that. We need Gary.
I know. You're a big Gary guy. We can't lose Gary.
Yeah, I mean, we got to have Gary. Anyway, quick Nick take. You know what I love about this, Nick? It's their thought process. It's attack the basket. And I give Mike Brown credit because when Mike Brown started the year, it was all about drive and splay and shoot threes and shoot threes. We're going to get the most threes up. This Nick team is not based on shooting threes. It's based on being aggressive. And then the threes could come off of that. You even see Bridges attacking the basket. You see Towns.
And his defense is better when his offense gets going. Like, it's a confidence, and they all play better defense when they're all involved.
I think you're going to see something because you saw the Celtics flame out twice, that all of a sudden maybe just standing there chucking threes isn't the way always. Maybe it is attacking the basket, getting your legs going, feeling good about yourself, and then everything else comes off it. You think about these Knicks games too. You're talking about 3 of the all-time blowouts. I mean, we're getting to rest these guys by just because of the game flow. So to me, Wednesday is a real tell. If Wednesday we go out and bust up Philly again, I mean, you're going to say to yourself, this team they're getting it, and it's there. And, Wednesday is such a big game, because New York, the media. If they would throw the game away, everyone would be going, oh my God, doomsday. See, my take with Philly was, I would have sat Embiid yesterday. Coming off that one-day rest, you have to win one game in New York. Instead, you threw him out there. The guy couldn't move. I would have sat him, played him Wednesday, and then yesterday's loss would have been like, we were just waiting for Wednesday. But listen, here and there, one more Nick take. Is OG Anunoby not Kawhi Leonard right now? You ever see him? I mean, he's dominant.
I mean, look, he's doing everything that Kawhi did on that initial Spurs team, where it's like he's not the face of it, but he's a murder. But people really didn't know who Kawhi was. I feel like that was his coming of age,
correct,
finals and that. OG's been around. His issue has been staying healthy. Like, they go to the conference finals 2 years ago. If he doesn't hurt his hamstring in their game 2 win over the Pacers in the second round, like, he's so important for what they do. He's been healthy this year. I thought his defense was great last night. I thought Bridges played really good defense on Maxey as well.
Bridges was unbelievable last night, making Maxey get work, keeping him in front. That's the key with Maxey. Keep do the best you can to keep him in front.
Yeah, look, and Philly doesn't have depth. They play 6 guys really. I mean, the only guy they bring it off the bench is former Nick Quentin Grimes. That's really it. Like, the Knicks are a better team. They got to handle their business. So you're right. They got to win game 2 and really step on their throat, go up 2-0, and put all the pressure on them.
And also with what was I going to say? Oh, with Robby Sabo with Brunson. Yes, Brunson is weak a little defensively, but then you forget he's top 5 in charges every year. So that's what makes him so special. While he may be slow of foot, he finds a way to help defensively by taking every guy. There's never a negative word. And the last 2 games, Brunson's playing like an MVP again. He just dominates.
Well, his shot selection's been great. He's like, I was never worried about Jalen Brunson.
No,
he's amazing, and there's no one you want with the ball in their hands.
No one
more than him. Like, he's proven that time and time again. So really, I mean, you hated when they were down 2-1, and I was so upset draft night trying to follow the Jets, and then the Knicks are blowing this game in Atlanta, and we're thinking, oh my God. But that might have been hindsight, been the best thing to happen to this team because they've locked
You know what
in
it
since.
did? It put the fear of God in them. And
they woke up.
And it put the fear of Brown a little too, because he sat that game 2, Brunson and Cat for 12 minutes. They were both out together. No more. They're on. One of them are on the court. I give Brown credit for that. I really do. He's been a lot less stubborn than Thibodeau would have been in certain situations to get.
Not did we lose the Rooster? He's having a good call. Did we lose the Rooster? I think we did. Rooster, good call, man. I agree with you. I think Mike Brown's done a really nice job. And look, he's going to be ultimately he's judged on what they do in the playoffs, right? So if that's the expectation for him, then he's done a really good job because here are the Knicks up 1-0, scoring a historic amount of points and winning by a point differential that we've never seen in the history of the playoffs. Rooster back with us. We lost you there, Rooster, but you're making some good points.
Hello?
You hear me, Rooster?
Here. Hello?
You hear me? Hello? Let me bring on my tech guy. Hopefully he can get to the bottom of it.
No, thank you.
Jets. Let's go.
Yes. What do you need something?
Hi, Beast. Oh, 1 point on Sorsby before Beast goes into your guitar solo. Yeah, I hear you. Hello? I hear you.
I ain't deaf. I'm not deaf, man. I'm not the Pope. I heard you, mate.
What's going on, Beast?
You see this? 20 years I've had this, and this thing's been through a lot.
Can you hear me, Rooster?
I can hear you.
All right, there we go. We had some tech issues, but now. Can you hear me?
Yeah. What the hell's going on here? Oh,
you're watching the YouTube show.
I got it now.
Watch the StreamYard.
I got it. Sorsby. 1 point on Sorsby.
Yes.
I wouldn't touch him, and I'll tell you why. Not that he's not a great player. We did what we had to do. We drafted our developmental quarterback, maybe to be whatever he is. I don't want a guy that has gambling issues as a degenerate gambler who, like I've told you, I'll gamble on anything. Why take the risk? Who knows what happens in the NFL that he might do it again? Stay the course.
What if he got help, though? What if he's cleared?
Nah, you never get help. Yeah, you got to go to rehab 3 times. I just don't think it's necessary.
How do you know that? There's been people that have been able to come out of rehab and they just don't gamble anymore.
Yeah, but he's going to be put. I just don't think the Jets necessarily need to deal with Sorsby.
What are you betting on today? Do we have any tennis? Some regular season baseball?
Tennis. I'll be a hockey today. Maybe the Wild to try to find game 2 somehow. That Colorado looks pretty good. I don't know.
What's your favorite sport to bet on? Football?
Everything. Oh, I mean football. Football's number one. If you don't like betting on football, but I'll bet on a lot of things. You know, I'll bet on 3-on-3 Russian hockey during COVID. That was the worst.
Really? Were you into the KBO at all or Korean baseball?
Yeah, that was the only thing. Had that, and remember when they brought the the draft back that year, and that was the only thing you could bet on was the NFL draft. We were going bananas. But listen, this is a great time. We got the Knicks. We
need a Rooster bet of the day. The people are asking for it.
Okay, hold on give me 1 second, because I usually do my homework, after the show. But I looked at something today. If I were to do one thing today, it would be. Let me see.
Then we got to get you on PrizePicks.
I like the Cavaliers. I like the Cavaliers plus 2.5 a lot. I don't think the Pistons are for real. I think Orlando's a joke. I think we forget the Cleveland's pretty damn good. I think it's going to be Knicks Cleveland. Take the Cavaliers plus the 2.5 points.
I'm seeing 3.5 now. 3.5.
Whatever. Yeah, I'm just looking on my score thing. Whatever you can get, take the Cavaliers. You want to throw a sprinkle a little on the money line. Cavaliers win tonight. They go up 1-0 in Detroit. I just don't buy it.
How many times have you been in rehab? Thunderlips wants to know.
None yet, because I know one thing, Thunderlips, money management. I know I can't win. So if you know you can't win, then you bet the amount that you could afford to lose. That's what you got to teach. Teach your kids now. Gambling is prevalent. You can't beat them, but it's just money management. The Rooster is out. Oh, by the way, what was I going to say? I'm all fucked up. Let's go. Jake, you're the greatest. Goodbye.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Rooster out.
The Rooster.
No, thank you.
Jets. Let's go.
Incredible. One more time, the Rooster.
Go New York, go New York, go. Go New York, go New York, go.
Thank you very much, Rooster. He is right, though. Only gamble what you could lose because you don't win. Are there exceptions? Of course. You always got to be prepared to lose, and that's what people always make that mistake. Remember that. That's a great show. A great way to end the show. Let's go, Knicks. Appreciate everyone who tuned in. We'll be back this afternoon. We got a big-time guest this afternoon, folks. All right. Normally, we do film review with Blow It on Tuesday. We had to reschedule Joe. So we moved some things around this week. Normally, we have Frankie V on Mondays. Well, we had Beningo yesterday to get his thoughts on the draft. This afternoon, though, Frankie V is coming on the program, and we got a lot to get into with Tanky V himself. So that will be at 4 p.m. Eastern. So I will see you guys in a little while. If you're watching live, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. You click the thumbs up button if you haven't already. That helps us continue to grow. I'll talk to you guys soon. Jets, 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 Jets. Sit back and enjoy something we call around here Poopgate. Go Jets. Hello, V-Man.
It's just this. I've said this 1,000 times. I'll say this again. This is just the media being the media.
V-Man, it is tough to listen to football takes from you when it appears like you're sitting on the toilet taking a crap. I hope you're not.
No, I'm not.
All right, that's good to know. Thank you for the clarification.
Yeah, no, I know. I was just getting myself ready for the day.
Where are you right now?
Yeah, yes, you're right. I'm in my bathroom. I was finished brushing my teeth.
So you are in the bathroom?
Yeah.
So there is a possibility that you were just crapping.
No, I'm not.
I don't know, V-Man. This is it's not exactly a very convincing case we have going on right now.
No, look. Let's just get back to this because
I don't know if we can. I don't think we can.
Look, all right. Just get back to talking football. It's not about giving you news. Like I said, the key is just avoiding the bull crap.
If anyone knows about bull crap, I would say it would be you, V-Man.
All right. Okay, yeah.
I think we have a real controversy, V-Man. They're already calling this Poopgate in the comments.
No.
He stinks.
I swear to may God strike me down right now with lightning. I was not using the toilet.
All right. Look, V-Man, you never steered me wrong before. I think you do have to acknowledge, though, the evidence was not great for you.
Yeah, no, I should have waited till I was finished.
That would make sense.
Was what I said wrong?
I don't know what you said. I was just focused on the idea that you called in live from taking a crap.
Well, basically that the media doesn't give a crap about giving you the media doesn't care.
Taking a crap. Oh yeah.
Okay, the media doesn't care about giving you the honest stories anymore. All it does is about chasing trendy hot takes to get you to click on their videos or their art or their internet articles so that they can generate ad revenue and make money.
V-Man, is it true that you have a bidet?
No. Can we get off the bathroom stuff? Do you agree my take is accurate?
I think it's a crappy take.
Am I accurate with what I said?
You know what? I've had a crap day. Let me think about it.
That's the end of that V-Man call. Now he can go back to sleeping.
That right there is what makes this show a show. Anyone can give jet takes. Not every YouTube channel has a V-Man live from the John. You can't make it up, folks. V-Man, you might need to change the name. Gonzo says, V-Man, how about a courtesy flush? Ryan says, we just need to wipe this Rogers story clean. Snowball, V-Man is not full of bleep anymore. Jay says, V-Man is full of crap. Well, not anymore, Jay.
I got a suggestion for V-Man if he's waiting online. When I go to the bathroom, I turn the camera off and the microphone off. So that's a suggestion for.
You hear that, V-Man?
Turn off your camera and your mic. So
V-Man?
I'll say it again. I was not on the toilet.
You stand by it.
I was getting myself ready. The lid was down. I was just sitting on the lid.
So, but you were sitting on the toilet.
But not using it.
This is actually, I don't think, helping your case, V-Man, because earlier you didn't say that you were sitting on the toilet at all. Now you're saying you were sitting on the toilet, and I find it hard to believe you weren't using the toilet.
I'm a terrible liar, so if I was lying, you would know it.
What are your thoughts on people saying your calls are all gas, no brakes?
That's fine. That's real rich. You're like, Mendo un cocotazo. Give me un cocotazo.
What?
Someone in the chat will translate what un cocotazo means.
Is
But,
Todd Bowles your favorite coach?
Come on, no.
Come on. Do you think you're doing a good job trying to wipe this controversy away?
We just stop with the toilet buns. You want to know what?
V-Man, would you say this is a stain on your legacy?
We just knock this off for like.
To be fair to the chat, you got to let us get it out of our system for at least a day.
But I'll put this on the record so people know my position.
About
famous. No. People have asked me. People people see my Puerto Rican T-shirts.
I don't think anyone's asking you about your position today. I think they're asking you about Poopgate.
I was not using the bathroom. Also, on my position in Puerto Rico.
V-Man, thank you for the time today. You want to talk about controversies with the Jets? Rodgers missing 2 practices in June. That's not a real story. V-Man and Poopgate, maybe the biggest story involving the Jets besides Reddick's contract right now. Let's be real.
That's what I do when I have to go to the bathroom.
What a call there. Here's the question I have for you, V-Man. A lot of people have been speculating on this Poopgate situation. Do you have any further comments on it?
No, I do not have any further comments on it. All right, can we? All right, I cannot focus with those sound effects. I cannot concentrate on the bass line with the sound effects.
That's you making that noise.
Please, I don't. What are you, my mother?
Your mom makes fart sound effects?
I'm not going to explain. It's probably best that I don't do it.
Well, this call got V-Man, thank you very much for the time.
All right.
Is V-Man originally from Flushing, Queens?
Hey, here's the deal. Just got no chance unless you click on that like button. And you got to make sure you subscribe to the Jake Asman Show. You don't, you can get the f*** out. Now let's go, Asmaniacs. We're built for this shit.